was ejected from a game after a questionable flagrant 2 foul call.
Did the refs make the right call? Find out next on Two Girls on Sports.
What you got?
Hi everyone, I'm Erica.
And I'm Jana. You're watching Two Girls on Sports. So, Shaq Fu was kicked out of a game last week after a controversial flagrant foul call in a very physical game against the Detroit Pistons. Did the refs make the right call in this situation?
You know what, Jana? I'm going to have to say no. The refs definitely made the wrong call. Now, Shaq has this wonderful quote, which I know you're going to share with us a little bit later, but basically Shaq said it was not his fault because the little guy went in for a thing that he shouldn't have gone in for. Shaq is a big guy. He's one of the biggest guys in the league. Oftentimes, fouls get called on Shaq when he really does not have any intention to hurt someone. In this case, Stuckey fell chest first to the ground. Now, if you look at the replay, as I have over and over again, and as the refs did, and clearly they didn't look closely enough because they didn't get it right, you will see that both of his hands were going for the ball. Neither of his hands had any contact, no intentional contact anyway, with Stuckey. He was not trying to hurt him, he was not trying to throw him to the ground, even though he fell down to the ground like a little puppet. Shaq did not do that on purpose. So he's a big guy. Obviously, Stuckey's fall was going to be harder than it would be if you were going up against someone your own size. Shaq is humongous, and that's what happens when you try to go in for an aggressive play against a monster.
Now, Shaq was quoted saying, "The laws of physics say that a body in motion will stay in motion. So if you have two objects that meet in the air, the smaller object is going to fall harder. The little guy ran into a brick wall." Unquote. The thing with a flagrant 2 foul is that there has to be a wind-up, a follow-through, and it not only has to be unnecessary, but the refs have to feel that it is excessive. So Ken Maurer felt that it was an excessive. He reviewed the play on the court. This was a very physical game already. Iverson and Nash had a run-in the beginning of the game. The game was a very physical game. It was building. Tensions were building already in the first half when Shaq went in and Stuckey hit him hard, and yes, fell. And obviously, if you're going to run into Shaq, anyone is going to fall. But I agree with Maurer. I think this was excessive. I think he was right to make the call. This was a very physical game. Shaq was very aggressive out on the court. He was even aggressive when one of his coaches tried to get him off the court. I think that just emotions were heated, rightfully so. You know, it is getting to be the time, you know, teams are getting aggressive and
already.
Yes, and I feel like, you know, it was the right call. If Ken Maurer felt this was the right situation, then, you know, go ahead, make the call, throw him out.
Make the call, throw him out, and Suns get the win anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, if Shaq does decide to retire soon, he can always go back to his amazing acting career. I know I personally have been holding my breath for years for them to greenlight Kazam 2.
Jana, keep holding your breath. I'm Erica.
And I'm Jana. Thanks for watching Two Girls on Sports.
What you got?